What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great episode of Simone with the Sports. I'm Simone, bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here and you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and make sure you stop what you're doing. Make sure you leave a comment, make sure you subscribe, and keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you check out the links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel that you love so much. The second link is to shop the official Simone with the Sports merch collection. Get you the wavy tee that I'm rocking right now, you know what I'm saying? The JALEN tee or the classic tee. And the last link is to subscribe to our podcast, Tough Calls, where me and Dylan have some of your favorite sports analysts, reporters, former and current athletes, chop it up with us in the pod. And lastly, make sure you turn your notification bells on because the videos are coming live, boom, 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 boom. And you don't miss a single video or a single live stream. So let's get right into the video. Today is cut day, baby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all been cut from a team before. I'm just playing. I might have been the only one that's been cut from a team. But it kind of hurts my heart to do these roster cuts because I know what it feels like to get cut. And obviously, like, that's heavy on my spirit because I keep bringing that up in these videos. But it's nothing worse than going to school, getting off the school bus with just so much anxiety and angst in your heart because you're just wondering, is my name going to be on that list? And it was too many times my name wasn't. Yeah, too many times. But only for basketball, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have that height, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this ain't about me. Let's talk about the Eagles because Tuesday, it's time to cut down from 80 to 53. It gets real freaking real. Like I said, that is a drastic fall. That's a drastic one big cut. That ain't even a cut, that's a push. You know what I'm saying? Because why the NFL have you going from 90 something to 80 to 80, 85, then from 85 to 80 to move from 53. That's 27 guys in a week. Like, they couldn't make that a little bit more gradual, you know what I'm saying? That's a heck of a lot of dudes. But, you know, it's time to make our cuts, guys. And I'm going to give you guys my 53-man roster prediction. Right now, like, it's pretty clear. Like, before we waived KERRYON Johnson, before we waived ADRIAN KILLINS, it would have been more fuzzy, me predicting the roster. But they already made my shocking cut. Wasn't shocking to some of y'all because KERRYON Johnson obviously was let go by the Lions. And you know, when it comes to sports, one man's trash is never another man's treasure. It's the reason why that man was somebody's trash. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't surprising that we let KERRYON go because, I mean, he was the Lions' trash. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this video. Let's start with quarterback. Of course, I have Jalen Hurts, QB1. Obviously Joe Flacco QB2, and some of y'all keep rapping in my comments talking about Joe Flacco QB1. Never, ever, 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 ever. Joe Flacco looked like he never started and won a freaking Super Bowl MVP last week playing the freaking Patriots second string. Joe Flacco looked bad against the Patriots. Okay? He looked bad. He didn't look like somebody that won a Super Bowl MVP. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts has been looking really good. If there's no trade for a quarterback, Jalen Hurts is QB1, okay? There's no even point in discussing Nick Mullins. There's no point in discussing him. He might make the practice squad. But moving on to the next group, running back. Like I said, the running back group, before we hit training camp and whatnot, looked like it was going to be the most competitive group. But, you know, like I said, once KERRYON Johnson got waived, ADRIAN KILLINS got waived. ADRIAN KILLINS also got picked up by the Broncos, if any of you guys care. But he got waived by the Broncos. Like I said, one man's trash is another man's trash, Broncos. Why y'all think we let him go? Anyways, so here's my running back depth. Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders been looking really good, electric. You know what I'm saying? Behind Miles Sanders. Before we hit training camp, I was almost sure that Kenneth Gainwell, our 5th round pick out of Memphis, was going to be that number 2 change of pace back. And he very well could be because he has that versatility when it comes to a pass catching that Miles Sanders doesn't necessarily have. Now, I'm not saying Kenneth Gainwell can't be RB2, but right now, Boston Scott, you know, our veteran, has been looking the most consistent at practice. Kenneth Gainwell still has more potential, I feel like, athletically than Boston Scott has, especially because of his size and his height as well. But as of right now, I have Miles, Boston, and Kenneth. If things go the way I project, which they never do, then Kenneth Gainwell will, you know, gain more traction as the season goes along, and I see him becoming our RB2 after he gets some more reps under his belt. But right now I have Miles, Boston, Kenneth Gainwell. Lastly, it comes down to Jordan Howard and Jason Huntley. Now, Jordan Howard neither one of those guys have been like, oh, secure spot. But Jason Huntley has been a little slightly bit better than Jordan Howard. Honestly, it's a coin flip between those two guys. I mean, Jordan Howard thought his career was going to be over, and we signed him. Take that as you will, but it's a coin toss. Honestly, Jordan Howard, Jason Huntley. Moving on to freaking wide receiver. Wide receiver room, baby. Ooh, the wide receiver room done. Whew. Obviously, we know WR star of the WRs is Devonta Smith. We know that. But now we have a new star, QUEZ Watkins. You know what I'm saying? QUEZ Watkins has just been blowing us away at camp in the preseason games. QUEZ Watkins is stamped at wide receiver 2 for me at the spot we thought Jalen Reagor was going to be. Jalen Reagor obviously dealt with injuries last season. He lost someone close to him this offseason as well, so he's been going through a lot. Jalen Reagor, a lot of you guys have marked Jalen Reagor as a bust. We can't say that yet because he hasn't played his second season in the NFL. Like I said, he was injured last season. He's had some amazing one-handed catches at practice. You know what I'm saying? Whoosh, sticky. Yeah, he's had some great one-handed catches at practice. Jalen Reagor still has the potential. Right now, QUEZ Watkins is looking better than him. You know what I'm saying? QUEZ Watkins is looking like a star. QUEZ Watkins could be our new Deshaun Jackson. Ooh. And ooh. But yeah, so I have Devonta, QUEZ, Reagor, Greg Ward still locking up that time in the slot. Greg Ward has been reliable for us. We still need that veteran in the room, and surprisingly, like, Greg Ward is our really veteran now. After that, Travis Fulgham is our only really receiver that has that X prototype. But Travis, it's been crickets from him at camp. It's been crickets. And all we've been hearing about is, of course, Devonta, QUEZ, Reagor. I haven't heard anything from Travis Fulgham, and we're not even giving the team has barely been giving Travis Fulgham any playing time in preseason. You know what that means? If you don't get no playing time in preseason, need I say more? They're barely giving him any time, and it's coming in and like he's playing in like the fourth quarter. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what's going on with Travis Fulgham. We know Travis Fulgham broke out for us last season when we needed someone to step up in the wide receiver room. He stepped up, but once they figured out his game, and it ain't take him long to figure out his game, Travis Fulgham just disappeared. And Fulgham, you can blame it on Alshon Jeffrey coming back healthy. But if Alshon Jeffrey is the reason why you're not playing up to par, Alshon Jeffrey coming back healthy, then come on now. You can't blame that on Alshon. If Alshon Jeffrey, old Sean Jeffrey, you think he took your spot, that's not convincing, Travis. These other defenses just figured out your game. That's it. Don't try to blame it on Alshon. You can't blame it on the Alshon. Anyways, I'm going to leave Travis Fulgham on my list only because who else has that X receiver height, size, weight, build but Travis? So Travis is on my list. Besides JJ Arthega, who's still here, which I don't know why. Anyway, JJ Arthega, I guess, is remaining on the roster. They're saying he looks better than he ever has, but he never looked like she. So that don't mean much. Anyway, let's move on. Tight end. Ooh, tight end, baby. It gets messy. So when I'm thinking about tight end, is Zach Ertz staying or is he going? Now, it's just so many questions. Zach Ertz showed up. He said he wasn't going to play. He played. He led the Eagles out the tunnel in our first preseason game. That means you're leading the team. That's just a lot. That's a lot. So a lot of you think Zach Ertz is still going to get traded. So if Zach Ertz gets traded, I'll just give two. I'll give one with Zach Ertz, one without. So if Zach Ertz is staying, then it's Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz, Richard Rodgers. Okay? If Zach Ertz gets traded, then just shift that. Goddard, Rodgers. Now the big question is Tyree Jackson has been looking good for us at tight end, but he got injured. He's going to be out 6 to 10 weeks. Now we did sign CARY ANGELINE. Shout out to the NC State Wolfpack. You know what I'm saying? That Pack boy came in for us. We haven't seen what he's going to do yet. He was signed by the Cardinals. The Cardinals let him go. And I hate to say it, NC State blood, baby. But like I said earlier in the video, I got to stick to my word. Word is bond. I said one man's trash in the NFL or the NBA is usually another man's trash. It's the reason why the Cards let him go. And aren't the Cards looking for a tight end? Were they? Yeah. So why would they let CARY go? It's a reason. Like I said, I want to give the Pack boy a chance. But rule of thumb, Tyree Jackson is probably going to beat him out. You know what I'm saying? Tyree Jackson's been looking really good. He just got injured. But I'm wishing all the best for my Pack boy. It's always good to have a Pack boy on the team. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on to the O-line. So Jordan Mailata, Isaac Seumalo, Jason Kelce at center, Brandon Brooks, and Lane Johnson. We already know that's our starters. It's going to get messy. Not really messy. But Andre Dillard, is he staying? Is he going? Come on now. Just 3 answers. The team just needs to come up and chalk up us with the answers. Is Zach Ertz staying or going? Is Andre Dillard staying or going? Andre Dillard has been looking like nothing lately. Y'all want to talk about bust. Andre Dillard, he's been injured. He's not versatile. He keeps getting bulled by the bull rush. Are we trading him or what? Because I know the Bears need some O-line help. We already gave them Jason Peters. Go ahead and take Andre Dillard off of us. And I'm sure there's plenty of other teams that need O-line help. And we might as well get rid of him before his stock starts to decline. So we need to know about 3 people. Andre Dillard, Zach Ertz, and are we trading for Deshaun Watson or not? You know, Andre Dillard, Zach Ertz, and some picks for Watson. Not saying I want him, but maybe that's what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's all connected. But yeah, when it comes to our backups, we know Jack Driscoll will be there, Nate Herbig. When it comes to that depth behind Jason Kelce, who is going to be on his way out, we need to get serious about that. You know what I'm saying? And then we have Brett Toth, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce Upetta, his last name, but y'all always correct me anyway, so go ahead and correct me. Defense is easy, guys. The defense is easy. Pretty much our whole 53 projection is easy because we kind of already know what we got at this point. I don't think it's going to be anything really surprising. But let's go ahead with the defense. We already know defensive end, Brandon Graham, Derek Barnett, Josh Sweat, Kerrigan. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with us on the edge. Don't play with us. You know what I'm saying? We got that good look coming off the end. You know what I'm saying? Defensive tackle, no questions there either. Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Milton Williams as well, and McGill. The defense is looking great. Okay, linebackers. We got Eric Wilson, our newbie. We got Alex Singleton, TJ Edwards, who have been looking really good in preseason. They've been gobbling up all the freaking tackles for us. We got Avery. We got Davion Taylor. A lot of you guys want to see more from Davion Taylor. I'm going to leave it at that. And then we got Jacoby Stevens. We got him from LSU this past draft. So the linebacker room is looking up. We know when it comes to the cornerback position, we got Darius Slay, Steven Nelson, Avonta Maddox, Zach McPherson. After them, it's not really dicey at all. I'm gonna say Craig James. He's been doing a lot for us, primarily on special teams. So I'm gonna assume we're gonna keep him there. Josiah Scott, he's a big question. We got traded for him from the Jaguars early in the offseason. A random little trade. You know what I mean? I guess we're keeping Josiah Scott, only because we traded for him. So yeah, that's our cornerback room. Now when it comes to the safeties, we have injuries in the safety room, so I'm guessing we're going to keep more safeties just because of that. But we have Rodney McLeod, we have Anthony Harris, we have Marcus Epps, Kevon Wallace. We might keep one more just because we know Rodney McLeod and Kevon Wallace are both battling injury right now. Yeah. So when it comes to special teams, of course, we know Jake Elliott, Rick Lovato is looking like our long snapper as well. And then Sapas has been shining for us pretty much as our punter in preseason. So like I said, it's pretty much, we already know what we're going to get pretty much with 53 man. It's just those like fringe players. They're just going to come up. Are we going to keep more corners? Are we going to keep more safeties because of injury? We don't know how many running backs we're going to keep because, like I said, we have a new regime. We have everywhere. It's brand new coaches everywhere, so we don't know. Are we going to carry more running linebackers than usual? So that's kind of where the questions come in. But outside of that, we don't really have that many questions. Only questions on our depth pieces, but our core pieces and our secondary pieces are set. It's just really our depth pieces where the questions come in. But all those questions will be answered Tuesday. Make sure you guys stay tapped in. And once we get these 53 man rosters down, you know, we're going to look at our NFC East foes and see how we're going to match up in the NFC East. So make sure you guys are tapped in as Symone with the Sports. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Keep rocking with me. And until I talk to you guys next time.